Ah, it's a nice little flower farm that I can't record for some reason. Oh! This happens all the time. I go to record a video and then my hard drive literally needs to like spin up. Aha! We have a video that you're watching on YouTube now. Oh, and Ina, of course. Okay.
And Ina.
So a while back I showed a flower farm. They were having lag issues, and long story short, they weren't. It wasn't very well lit, so the lighting updates were crippling the server. But it was kind of on just an ugly little island, and kind of why I'm flying away. It's been re-renovated.
It looks really nice at night.
This actually looks really... Yeah, you can see with the carpets he lit it up a bit. I'm going to hop into Spectator so I'm not constantly moving, but this actually looks like a nice area. Because you got the blue flower island farm, then you got the windmill dark oak farm over there. And this is actually... Part of the reason I actually wanted to show this in the video is because this area actually looks a lot more complete. Like he's got... bone meal shulker box inputs. He's actually made it so that the flowers fill into his shulker boxes and then come out here. So it's actually a lot more practical output than just a single chest. And then is this input for just shulker boxes in general?
Yes, but we probably won't need to do that for a few years at least.
Okay.
Ina added literally like 16 double chests and filled them all with shulker boxes.
So obviously when you turn it on, it just... Oh, and also one of the things where the minecarts couldn't move the items fast enough from my original tutorial, so he added a whole bunch more storage. And he insists that I go ahead into spectator mode to show off what's going on down here. So basically the minecarts are just going over... Oh, you added these extra minecarts. I see, I see. And then that's dropping off all the different items into the center. And then all of that goes into... By the way, this is the first time I'm seeing this, but it's pretty conventional. You use the blue dye for the filter. I love it.
Yep.
And all the seeds are going right into hoppers. This is actually plenty of hoppers because this farm's rated at about 30-ish thousand items an hour.
The seeds actually get destroyed. It's the flowers that go into the hoppers.
Yeah. And that should be more than fast enough because each hopper can move 9,000 items per hour, if you guys didn't know that, 2 items per second. So this farm should never produce more than about 36,000 flowers an hour. That's plenty. And obviously that's just going into a very basic shulker box loader, and then that's where we get our output. And this is
I tested it for a couple hours in single player, and if 3 hoppers was enough, 4 hoppers is basically just to catch a few extras.
Yeah, Minecraft isn't always super perfect. And obviously, if you get like a few lucky bone meals in a row, you might just get a lot of flowers, and that just tends to happen. And here's the absurd amount of shulker box storage that he mentioned earlier. And that's the opening to this video. That will have absolutely nothing to do with the rest of this. I should mention that the only reason we added that much storage is because Ina crafted too many shulker boxes and didn't want them to go to waste. Of course he did. Alright, so we're going to head off of that and talk about what's going to be happening this video. Unfortunately, we won't be doing the diagonal of... Okay, you know, I'm going to mention this actually because it turns out that a lot of people might be seeing this and having never clicked on my channel before might not even know what we're looking at. This is what will be called the octagon. And basically that's a series of 5 perimeters. Starting with the center one is our main storage system and quad witch farm, and the server really doesn't like me flying around right now. Just north of that is the slime farm. This is a project that's shelved for now. Don't worry, it's not dead, but it's far from completion. You can see progress was halted mid-construction. But this is green for the slime perimeter. And then over here is the light blue perimeter, which will be for, you know...
Charge creepers.
Yep. And then the other 2, I guess we'll just save that for later, even though it is planned. But basically, these 5 perimeters are going to form a plus shape, and then we're going to cut the corners just like I'm showing over here. And that's why I'm saying we won't be doing the corner today, but what is ready is our...
Southern perimeter.
Yes. And I think that's what we're going to handle today. Also, I got a spicy new computer upgrade a little while back. Got that 7700K in there, so we might be able to run all of these TNT dupers at once. But as you can see, the server's not having a lot of fun with this, and we kind of know the problem we kind of know the cause of that, so we might problem solve. But basically, we're gonna... And now the world's empty. Okay, so the perimeter's done. Oh, never mind, it's rendering back. So we're gonna actually remove these blocks for real, and that should be pretty fun. Wrong side. Whoops. Spoiler alert, we finished the perimeter, kind of. So, I was going to announce this in the video, but then I just started streaming and then didn't. So, fret not, you've missed nothing. In this video, you've missed everything, but it's all been recorded, don't you worry. I actually decided to stream this instead because, you know, we've done these before. Recording them is fun, but I just kind of wanted to stream it because I wanted to take people along for the journey, and it was pretty successful. Stream for about 4.5 hours. And if you want to go see that, I'd recommend checking that out now, because I still want to upload this because we showed the flower farm and I kind of discussed the perimeter, and not everybody watches the streams, which is understandable. You know, which makes me happy that a fair amount of people actually do watch the streams. In fact, they get quite a few views compared to my normal videos, which is awesome. I like to see that people are actually, like, a large amount of my audience are watching my streams, like half my audience, if that. Like, most of my streams have been getting like a few hundred to, you know, 700 or 800 views, which is awesome. I think if you like the Minerva logs, then my streams are pretty much that. And if you don't know anything about my streams, thank you, Ina. I know he's gonna always beg for attention on this because he recommended I started using Restream.io, which is basically a service where I stream to their servers and then they split it to a number of, what is it, like 39 different services? Well, I stream to YouTube, Twitch, and Mixer/Beam, which is another source that people use. And mostly the big ones are Twitch and YouTube, to be honest. And most of my viewers actually come from YouTube, which is great that I've started streaming there. And you might have noticed on my channel, if you've seen my streams, that the replays are actually being uploaded pretty much immediately. And this talk is going to go on for a second, so I'm actually going to start mining the perimeter. If you, oh, I ran out of, okay. Have been being uploaded immediately, which actually makes it really great and easy as a consumer, or as a creator, not a consumer. Well, as a consumer as well, but as a creator, I can just stream, do my stream, finish everything, and all I gotta do is stop streaming. YouTube will process the video and put it up on YouTube, which is awesome because it was already on YouTube being streamed. I digress. And that's really been great. So if you want to actually watch my streams, I stream to 3 different sources, and they're pretty easy to catch. And then if you want to watch them, they're actually uploaded on YouTube afterwards. And I kind of lost my train of thought as to where I was going with this. Oh yeah, so because I'm streaming on YouTube, it's not only easy for me, but it's easy for a lot of my viewers to actually access my streams, because if you're subscribed to me, I think it gives a notification just like any of my videos. And if you want to be notified and you haven't already, be sure to click the bell next to the subscribe button on my channel, and I'm assuming if you're even considering clicking the bell, you've already clicked subscribe. And if you haven't done either of those, then what are you doing? You should at least subscribe, because I make fun videos, I think. So yeah, that's how to catch the streams. I like to stream to 3 different sources for your guys' convenience, for my convenience. I like to just hit all the platforms, and I think it's worked out for the better because the uploads get to be put on my channel right away and with relative ease, and you guys get to watch on your preferred platform. And where I was going with that is, if you like my videos, like this kind of casual style, just off the cuff, kind of playing the game, having some fun, doing some moderately technical stuff, clearing a perimeter in 3 hours, then you would love my streams. They're just hours and hours of that. And more often than not, when I stream, I'm usually in a big group on Discord because I hate to stream alone. A lot of you guys already know this. I just don't know how to work off nothing, so I always like the chat to be active, and I even, thanks to Restream, actually have the chat on screen. So if you guys watch the playbacks on YouTube and you haven't even clicked on them, on any of them, then you wouldn't know this, but yeah, it shows everything said in chat on the video while you're watching it back on YouTube, which is really great, so you guys don't get to miss out on who I'm talking to. Everybody gets to be involved. And that means you guys get to be involved in the stream on your own, because whatever you say gets to be a part of the stream. So we're all creating together, yay! But yeah, that's just my super huge stream plug. And basically, yeah, I just wanted to stream the perimeter. So what I thought I would do is actually do a little bit of a Minerva update. I'm not going to explain these boxes. I mean, they're spawners, but if you want to know specifics, everything's in the stream, guys. You won't miss a second if you watch it. It's just not going to be in this video. So let's give a little update, because I've played a little bit of offline. If you guys haven't watched my in-person vlogs, I understand it. Most of you are subscribed for Minecraft. I get it. I'd recommend them because I try and I do my best to make pretty good videos of those. And I've been having a pretty interesting life. So I'm going to be covering a lot in this video. This might be a while, so get comfortable. Go grab a snack. First off, the first main vlog I did was obviously Lemon being here. And he's been here and living with us and everything that's involved with that. And I vlogged a little bit of it, not a lot, and I don't know if I'll do any more. But we also drove to Indiana. So if you don't know this, I live in Minnesota. And Epic3G is an old-time friend of mine and member of Minerva who wanted a better computer. So I offered to build it for him, and so he actually mailed the parts to my address, where I then assembled the computer, even covered this in a few of my videos. I'm going to link hopefully everything I'm talking about, if I remember, in the description below, where I put together the PC and we sent it to him, and I vlogged the whole thing. So if you guys want to see that journey and everything we went through, I mean, like, it's weird to say that we just went there, because now that, like, I've done it, then I know that just driving to Indiana isn't as simple as that, you guys. It is like 5 to 6 hours on the road before we get to stay in a hotel and then eat some, what would we have? We went to Perkins, I think, in the morning, and then another 3 or 4 hours on the road just before we get to, you know, Columbus, Indiana, where we were going. Then we get to actually meet 3G, set up the computer, hang out for a day, sleep in another hotel, and then we get to hang out for another day. And Pokemon Go Fest was going on, which is a big deal for he and I, because we're both Pokemon Go players. Lemon didn't give a shit, neither did my dad, but that's okay, because we had fun, and there was just a lot going on, and I vlogged most of it. So that was pretty cool. And then it gets even crazier. I think I was home for just a few days before, I'm not sure why. Lemon wanted to see Chicago, my family wanted to go, so we went to Chicago. And I started vlogging that. Okay, so the video I've only uploaded now was of the air show, seeing the Blue Angels in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. That's mostly plane footage and kind of just us hanging out and having some fun, so if you want to go watch that, you should definitely check it out. It was a good time, and I think it was a fairly good video. The next one will be better, because I have a song I want to use, and that was awesome. And then the next one will be us going to Chicago, and now I'm back. So my life's been crazy. A lot of people might have noticed the uploads have been poor. Conveniently enough, I got the duplication glitch videos up, and those have done amazingly well. As of now, I think it's sitting at like 71 or 7,200 views, and it's been up for like a week, which is so great, because to me, like, that's so perfect timing, because I made that video on the duplication glitch, and then I went on vacation and stopped uploading for a week, which is exactly what I needed, because that video kind of took off, kind of kept my channel alive while I was gone, and it wasn't able to upload, because all I have on the road is a laptop that is barely powerful enough to just archive my videos off my phone before that thing needs to go back in the bag. So I really can't edit well on it, and much less render and then actually upload on, you know, hotel Wi-Fi. So yeah, that wasn't gonna happen. So I'm really happy that, you know, that video did so well, and that's awesome. So that's kind of where I've been. I've been all over the country, not all over the country, but like I've been on the road a lot basically, and now I'm kind of back. So I haven't been completely AFK. When I have been home, I've just been doing some simple stuff, and while I've been running around the RubiCenter, you might have noticed. So if you don't know what any of these colors are here, you should click the video up here right now. Go watch that, and then you'll understand everything. Okay, so now if you actually watch that, you should be back. That must have taken about a half an hour or so. I think that video is 25 minutes. Then you understand what's going on here, so we don't have to explain that. And I also took it upon myself to do a couple other things. So I was going to make a video about this, but a couple things. I was talking with a few people on Discord at the time. I also didn't feel like recording, and you know what? I just didn't feel like this warranted a full episode. Basically, we just got the terracotta blocks in place, and I think it looks amazing. Like these, we made sure they were all turned towards the chest. Some of them are in place. I legitimately don't know where blue went. I actually don't. I'm going to keep looking around while I talk. So we got the terracotta in place. We tried to point them all towards the chests, and we put in the shulker boxes to match, and I think it just looks great. And what this also allowed us to do is, obviously this doesn't affect everybody, like this doesn't affect you guys, the viewers, as much, but us, my Nerva members who use this storage room every day, know that there were just a bunch of crappy items on the end here that really didn't have any super benefit, and there were also a few holes in this area where normal item or uncooked foods just got filtered out, and they go into the furnace right now automatically and no longer actually get stored over here. So there were just gaps. So I moved the wheat in place, I scrunched up all the cooked foods, I put the fish in a line, and then we were able to move bottles, and the guys killed the ender dragon a lot, so we have tons of dragon breath. I think there's probably a ton more than that in the end. And then we got a bunch of gas tiers and stuff, and all is well. So I just kind of condensed everything. There aren't any gaps anymore. Terracottas on the end. And we even added some items to the storage. So we even utilized. So here's the thing. I designed this. Fun fact, if you didn't know this, I personally, I think along with Rid PMC, he helped me a little bit, but I basically designed the wiring for the RubiCenter, and then Rubik's made it look beautiful, so hence RubiCenter, get it? Okay. And so I designed this with 1.11 in mind, where they were adding, where are you? Iron nuggets, which have been pretty much entirely unused. And also golden nuggets are already a thing. What am I saying? I was thinking about cooking down iron tools, and I was like, oh yeah, nuggets were added. I'm like, wait, no, they weren't. They've been here for a while. Diamond nuggets are next. God, I hope not. Look at the amount of diamonds, you guys. That's okay. I'm good at not getting sidetracked. So I designed this with extra storage in place, expecting things to be added. Little did I know that a lot of things would be added. So I actually got all the white stuff on the end, which was coincidental with the banners. I don't know, somebody put white banners in place, so I figured, why not, I'll just throw them in there. And then I realized, oh hey, I put that right above snow. That's really fitting. And compass were always in the RubiCenter, but they were also on that other wall where they just didn't match, but they didn't have anywhere better to go. And I figured, you know, clocks have never been in the system, we might as well get those in. Name tags finally have a home in the RubiCenter. Obviously, we can't sort the ones that have been named. That's an absurd amount of combinations, and there's no way we could sort every single possible name tag. So the players on my Nerval will just have to do their due diligence to put these in by hand if they have any named name tags that they haven't used. And then we got end crystals up above. Yes, a lot of end crystals. I'm not sure if these were duped or not. Maybe somebody made a farm. I know we're prepping to use these for something, I think. I don't know. I think these were supposed to be used to kill dragons, and so somebody got a lot of them ready. I don't know. That's a lot of gas tiers. I don't know. I also got daylight sensors, which evidently have been used. There should have been like 30 some in there. And then rabbits were just an afterthought of mine, so I moved them down here. Spectral arrows were already in the overflow. So we just got like all this extra space that I pre-planned for. I knew that we would need extra blocks sometime, and so I moved those all to the end. And now the RubiCenter is just nice and neat and organized. And there is one more update to... Well, actually, there's this as well. This is Ina's Lost and Found. This was his doing. Thanks, Ina. And here's the overflow, empty as always. These are just things that we can't sort. Yeah, rabbit's foot should probably be in the system, but they're not. Alright, I got one more thing to show for you guys, and then this video is gonna be a wrap. Oh, we came out over here. So this is what's been going on, and honestly, I'm gonna have to show this. Why do I have caps lock? No, 9 is too big. Alright, there we go. Okay, that's the same thing I was. Good. Alright. So we've been working on this, and yeah, it doesn't look like it. So this is another reason progress has been slow and a lot of motivation on the server. Morale, if you will, is down a bit because members just don't want to do this. Understandably, it's boring as hell. But get it, hell, because they're in the nether. Anyway, this is the 928 by 928 nether perimeter that we so dearly want to be blown up. However, we got all this bedrock in the way. So we've been placing melon blocks, which theoretically shouldn't actually take that much work, given that we have a huge group of people working on it. But we don't have a huge group of people working on it. Actually, I think people are working on it right now. So the idea was to use a macro, and Nuke worked on this, and he got things moving, but then he went on vacation, and he kind of just didn't want to work on it anymore, and I am just not loading chunks right now. And that's fine, but basically we've just decided to use printer on it because there's no practical way to place this many melon blocks and dragon eggs without, you know, some kind of help. And this is all just one layer. We need to do 5 layers of melons, 5 layers of dragon eggs, and I can't load chunks. Let's see if I can relog. And that's just what we've been working on. Now, the actual removal of the bedrock should be fairly straightforward once everything's placed, but we have to actually get everything placed first. And that's just been taking a while, you guys. It's not something I want to record, it's not something I want to stream, but it has to be done. So I'll try to do some fun things in the middle. Maybe I'll stream this, I don't know, just a chill sesh while we spam some melons and dragon eggs, but yeah, it's just going to take a while. And that's kind of it on updates. So we blew up a perimeter. If you still haven't watched that and you just wanted to wait till the end of this video, it's perfect time to go watch that. I'm just going to ramble an outro real quick. It was actually a pretty fun perimeter, or pretty fun stream and perimeter, given that I went for 4.5 hours and I swear it did not feel like it. So we also retained over 20 viewers the whole time, so it was obviously entertaining enough. And yeah, I'm going to try and link everything I mentioned in the description. Yell at me in the comments like I know you will if I forget anything. And hope you enjoyed this little, what was to be a perimeter explosion video as per usual, as I've done before on my channel, but ended up being a a kind of update video, which is just as important. You guys got to know what's going on in Minerva. I haven't kept you guys in the loop, but mostly because I haven't even been home with my fancy new gaming rig that I'm having fun with. So, yep, that's just about it for this video. I'm going to get back to work on the server and probably watch TV or something. I don't know. Got back into Criminal Minds. Spoil it for me in the comments. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.